Woo!
All right.
Although I doubt there were people like or I guess you can't even be like in a stream before it starts. You can be on the profile, but then you still have to click it, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just here waiting for people to join up.
Yeah. People are going to trickle in. This is a good time to see if I can talk while making a tweet. I usually try to write the tweet and then post it when we're actually live. However, I did not do that. And because the fucking website changed its name to X, I couldn't find it for a moment. Okay. But yeah.
Okay. We can be entertaining here in the background while you're doing that if you can't speak at the same time.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Fair warning though, my only idea was
Isn't that just your brain sound at all times?
Yeah, pretty much. Or ha-cha-cha. Sometimes it's beedo.
Always have some kind of noise going on. Can't be too quiet.
No, truly.
Well, just one more thing. You know, gotta get the Instagram, the Stab Instagram.
The Stabstagram?
Dabstagram.
Yeah.
Yo!
How do I do this? How do I find myself? There we go. Stab.
You know, philosophers have been asking that question for millennia.
It's a real question.
Have they never just tried typing the first few letters of their names into the search bar?
They probably would not have been occupied with it for so long if they had.
Right. They need to do better.
Imagine all the things they could have figured out philosophically if they had just done that instead.
Yeah, just looked up their own name.
Yeah, just look it up, bud.
Just
look it up
Google
and
it.
then do it like plus hentai or plus, you know, like,
Have fun with the results.
plus cottagecore.
Oh. I was so geared for you to say something cursed that like when you did, I was like, oh god, what's cottagecore? That was like, oh, right, like cozy.
What demented
let's see.
fantasy is
Yeah.
How about plus condiments?
Softleties plus condiments.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That sounds like a baked good.
Yeah. Would you eat it?
Only if it had cream inside.
Gosh, I will always fuck with a custard donut. Like,
Yes.
I usually don't have like a favorite that I go for, but if there's custard, it gets priority to my mouth.
See, and for me, it's not the Bavarian cream, the custard cream. It's like, I want like vanilla buttercream. I want it to be as like decadent and rich and like hurt your tummy sweet as possible.
Have you ever had
I need to be sick halfway.
Have you ever
Yes.
had a donut ice cream sandwich?
No, but now I
Whoa.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing.
There's
right.
this one bakery. It's a regional bakery. But I don't even live near it, so I don't know why I'm still gonna gatekeep it. It's my favorite place, and you all can't have any. But they sell cronuts, which is like a croissant donut, and they sell them filled with Bavarian cream, chocolate, and vanilla cream, and they're to die for. Honestly, having one or a few probably would like stop your heart. So, but they're so good.
I mean, that's the kind of
Yeah.
dessert I want. Heart stopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
When they say better than sex, what they should say instead is heart-stopping dessert.
Oh, so we've posted to socials. We can truly begin. We had people in chat. Sketchy, thanks for joining and listening to our donut prep talk.
Donut prep talk.
So let's do a real introduction. Welcome, it's Sketchy Friends here at Stab Comedy Theater. Not a new show, but going to be a completely rebranded show. I've been here since like 2020. I'm Milk
The
Surface.
reboot.
With me is Jelly.
Hello. I've been here a couple of years, a year or so, however long I've been here.
Yeah.
And
Trivia, folks. How long has Jelly been here? That's the question. But as you notice, we're on a new time, new day. Still second, fourth, but we moved from Mondays to Thursdays, so the night can be all ours. We don't have to
Yeah.
compete with riff tracks.
I don't like to share. So.
Yeah. Also, just because, Stab tries to do everything every day besides Tuesdays, so we need a good Thursday show. So here we are. But the most new thing is no longer a guest, but actually a host. It's Arty.
Arty.
Hi, I'm the new fresh meat on here.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself for anyone who didn't catch the? I think you've guested twice on the regular stream before now.
I believe so, yeah. I'm Arty. I'm usually a furry artist, but sometimes I draw a person every once in a while if I'm feeling spicy about it. I like to draw little guys, and I like to be gay on the internet. Those are my two hobbies.
They always go
Wow.
pretty hand in hand, I feel.
They sure do. And gay on the internet is like top tier. That's like S tier people that you interact with on the internet.
Exactly.
I forget
Perfect.
straight
I
people
only
are
interact
allowed.
with gay little guys. They have to pay.
Straight.
Also, humans, they're just like, the Sphinx. Like, they're furries. They're just Sphinx. They're like hairless,
Right. Yeah. I always think about it as like an in disguise thing. It's the whole noodles are straight till you get them wet type thing.
Yeah.
People are not furries until you show them the right kind of art.
Yeah. Until you show them a cool animal.
Honestly, so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, really quick before we get into the meat of everything here, because you mentioned being a furry artist, Maws or Paws?
Ooh. I love drawing both, but I might be a Moz kind of fella.
Yeah.
They're extra fun.
For those who aren't in the know, Maws as in mouth and teeth and fangs, and Paws as in paws. I hope you would know what that is. Every furry artist they exceed at one. But yeah, so Sketchy Friends, you'll notice there's nothing on the screen except I just scribbled a little logo, and by contract obligations, we have the little stab sticker moving in the corner. But otherwise, everything's new. We're going to just like draw out our avatars for the future and overlay, and then who knows what else that might come with having a Twitch show, because we are adamant that we never have to do any work for this ever outside of the hour or so we're actually live streaming.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not those type of people. But
This is the only time we have time for art.
yeah,
This is my creative time, all right?
it was
Can't
hard
do it.
enough just to
Jelly
have
time.
a group chat to figure out the time for the show.
Exactly, Artie. It's me time. And yeah, just trying
It's
to
the jelly show.
the us show, the Milk Artie Jelly show.
So
Let us give you art now.
I have a first proposal.
Okay.
No one sane or cool ever uses day mode on apps, right? Like, that's just, no one does that.
Yeah.
And as artists, we want to protect our eyes. So instead of having a big old white canvas, what if from now on the show we go gray? Gray to start.
Okay.
You guys down?
Yeah.
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 I'm at like a good 50% gray, which is never what I use personally, but how are we feeling? How exciting is this? What gray do we want to be?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
joy
listen,
gray.
let's try it. Let's try it out.
Yeah.
I
We thinking darker though, or lighter?
mm,
They usually say to go with like a 50% gray because like it helps you pick better colors, but we're not like typically rendering full colored things here, so it's not as vital.
yeah. I say let's try it like this, and
Okay.
if it starts to look kind of everything is the same color now, then we can always adjust it a little, right?
Yeah, yeah.
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 Um, so next thing, while we sketch, should we have like
Mhm.
individual colors?
Um, that'd be really cool. I feel it seems to me that Artie and I have already chosen colors. Um,
I
oh,
love my orange.
yes, then this is me.
All right. Well, I just like inherently kind of sketch with this. Whoops, not with a fill bucket. Um, I always sketch with like a kind of a cyan. It's
You do.
yeah. So it stems from like the non-photo blue pencils animators and contract workers would use.
Okay.
So it just became a habit even as I went digital, and I'll vary it a little bit, but yeah.
Right.
I'm sure everyone was
Good.
expecting like a soft purple from me, but my eyes
Okay.
can't handle that.
I think I need to go a little lighter.
All right.
I think it's gonna be interesting on here.
I think the main thing we gotta do first is draw ourselves, our
Yeah.
little faces. Um,
Perfect.
so, where's everyone comfortable? Can I have like right here? Is that
Sure.
good? Not
Yeah.
not to be like I'm front and center, but just like
But you are though.
it's just where my hand
The
was
milk.
already.
Please stand front and center so that I can peek out from behind you.
Yeah, you can use me as a shield.
Yes, I appreciate that. If I'm perceived too hard, I melt. So I really need.
All right, I'll take up here. You two can fight to the death wherever you want to be.
So, fun fact about me, I'm left-handed. So it's honestly just easier for me to be on the left side.
Oh,
You know what? That's fair enough.
is this
Then
where Artie says?
I get this corner.
Oh, okay. I was going to see if Artie is just like, well, I'm left-handed too, so.
So then we'd still have to fight over it. Or I go here and Artie goes up here. Or something like that. But either way, this
Yeah,
is good.
we'll have to fight for this when we actually put our faces on the screen, but we'll wait till then.
Gosh. I was thinking about what I want my little avatar to be. And I started doing some little sketches on my own time, and it turned into a full rendering of a little lollipop looking ass version of myself. And I love it so much, but now I'm like, oh, but I want to do something different. So I'm back to having no ideas. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So good to know that I was using this gray layer to draw. Yeah,
usually
when you
to-
said you like were going to plan a little bit, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine and smart. I didn't do that
Nope.
whatsoever. I have no ideas. I keep sketching my little typical face, but I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm. I can go a
Um,
little different.
oh, Sketchy recommended a color canvas of the week. That could be pretty fun. Um,
Ooh.
that like definitely push us into like some different directions for things. I think we should do that. Maybe not every week, but like if it's clearly just an idea where we're just sketching and not like coloring and doing more, I think we should definitely go for like different colored canvases. See
That
how
would
it
be really cool.
inspires.
To try some new things, because I know that just even just having a gray screen is already like just making me think a little harder about the colors, and it tricks your eyes a little bit into doing something different
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice to use a gray screen because it's a lot easier on the eyes too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, definitely.
when you're sitting there for like hours drawing, it kills you. So this is January 11th, brand new into the new year, 2024. And this question goes out to the artists in chat also. Have you drawn yourself this year yet?
Oh gosh. That's
Any-
not us,
Well.
right?
Any selfies?
I literally can't think of anything I've ever drawn before. Now that I have to think about it.
Wait, y'all draw?
Yeah. Well, so you did the render of
I
yourself.
don't know if I've drawn a picture before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like a little render. I'll put it somewhere that people can see it because honestly, I think it's really cute. But I'm like, what? Where did this come from?
Yeah.
I think I am gonna do something a little similar to it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep it real
You should
simple.
throw it in the Discord.
Yes.
We have our own channel in the Stab Discord because we're special.
Yes. Here,
Special
I'll do that
friend.
right now.
Man. It's been a while since I've used Magma, and I'm already like remembering the lack of just tools that I use.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we're drawing these here. So whatever we draw ends up like looking like what we would draw in the show.
There we go. I put it in the channel on Stab. It's my little guy.
Just a little guy.
Little fella, little friend.
Oh, and what I'd like to do is, because we use Discord, you know, to meet up and do this now,
Mm-hmm.
it's very easy to set up, you know, like a PNG tuber, except just not as fancy, but just reactionary images. So
Yes.
don't have to do open mouth and closed mouth, but if you want, you know, at some point make the alternate slide for the two and think about that in your sketch, that'd be good.
That'll
Yeah.
be fun. I'm super excited about that. It's gonna be so cute.
And I just need to play around with like some shape and see what I want to do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Arty over here just, you know, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I draw this dude so much.
You truly know
It's like
yourself.
second nature.
That's perfect.
Oh, you know what?
This. I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Try it.
Facing this way, which is so different for me to draw.
I mean, yeah. It's oh man, should we be like good artists and make sure we can like flip these back and forth so it's easy? Yeah. That's how I feel.
Should
I
we be
was-
good artists, period?
Yeah.
Just end it there.
Hey, what if we were good?
What would that be like?
Oh man.
You mean I have to be more than mediocre here?
Yeah.
That
Please.
wasn't in the contract.
Is the fine print. It says you have to be good as hell. I don't know.
Slightly above average to join.
I'm already lost. Oh,
Whenever I draw myself, I always like, you know, when I draw, I'm wanting to start with like basic shapes and flesh out, but I always just have this urge to like fully shape the brim of my little beanie,
mm-hmm.
like get that stylistic like fold kind of in it.
Mm-hmm. Make that
Yeah.
part
Yeah,
perfect.
there we go. Also, I never know how big I want to draw my lumps.
Your lovely lady lump.
Yeah. I mean, so the thing is some people see different things. Like, y'all, is my signature red milk cat, what is it? What do you see?
Bunny ears.
Yeah, I'm like bunny or cat ears to me.
Cat. Okay. So yeah, typically the most common response is bunny ears. Some people say horns, which I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, you think I'm way cooler than I am. But before you, Artie, I've had only one other person say cat ears.
Whoa.
I'm like, you must associate with some weird cats.
You know,
Round
sometimes
cats.
cats have different shaped ears. Sometimes.
I mean, some cats do have the
Sometimes they're
longer
long.
ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all seen that cat that has like the frills behind its ears?
Oh yes, those are so cute.
Yes.
I'm just gonna do neck. And
Uh,
she's sitting on a toothpick.
I've never drawn myself with long hair, but that's what I have now. So
It's so cute.
Whoa. Gotta get the fluff in there.
yeah, I might. You know what? I think I'm even going to draw myself with the glasses. Really true to life.
Whoa. The milk true Sona.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's different. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I am kind
And
of
then I'll get
following what I
contacts.
did.
Oops.
I think I'm gonna do a couple layers actually too.
Ooh.
So I want to have the skull be separate,
Yeah.
and then the face above that.
Give
And
you
then-
give you
yeah.
that control.
Mm-hmm.
How are y'all doing it? You're doing like rib cage up. Okay.
Yeah, mine's just gonna be neck and head.
I'm used to doing just head, but I don't want to just be like floating in space, so
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll do a little
Grounding
bit of body.
yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Will do. It's really hard for me to not do tits. It's really hard.
The big
Just-
sensor bar.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Actually, that's a fantastic idea.
That-
I'm doing
Thank
it.
you. I'm
That
full
that's
of
where we'll put the support stab little window.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, I'll do that then.
Yeah, here. Let me move that now then. Oh, we're going to make this happen. Okay. Just like kind of right at the end of your line there, right?
Yep, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna here's some essence of Tib.
There we go.
Go ahead.
The best part
Cover those
is
right up.
that the sign does move away for a second.
Perfect. It's just a glimpse.
yeah. There we go, though. But see, we've already integrated some of the overlay in. This is perfect.
Perfect. And I'll do here. Let's give her a slutty little waist.
Big subscribe button.
Yeah.
Part of every good character design.
That's how they do it in gachapons.
There we go.
I forget what bodies look like.
For real though. I only do like chest up.
Just gonna get my little denim jacket in here.
Cute. There.
So I don't know about y'all, but I'm a big Drawfee fan.
Oh, same.
Yes.
Love it.
So I love how they do this, every year. They'll draw their new avatars for the show.
Mhm.
They don't do it on New Year's though. They do it in like July.
Yeah, or
Uh,
October or something random.
The
Yeah.
Drawfee New Year.
Yeah. But I'm like, how do they actually stick to it, like for the whole year. Like I know one of us in 2 months, that's as long as I'm willing to bet. In 2 months, one of us is going to be like, oh, I actually want to change my little dude.
I
So real.
will bet all my money that it's going to be me.
Yeah, we'll have to start a little betting pool.
Yeah. See who can last the longest
Yeah.
with whatever they've done today.
Who has the iron will?
I'm like, usually I get attached to my icons, but then sometimes I'll just be itching for a change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very attached to the icon I typically use. You know, I've had it for I think 5 years now, and I just update it. Like I make, you know, little changes to look like how I do in person, but then also I'll do things like the sprite themed hat and stuff.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I'm
So
going to give myself noodle arms too.
I'm
As
usually
a treat.
yeah.
As a treat, I get to have some noodle arms.
Gotta earn them arms.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta really lay in the floof of my hair, because it, like right now, it's just kind of going everywhere.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I was like, man, what I'm doing here has some like vague resemblance to something, and I just realized I made myself a Powerpuff Girl.
Cute. Baby.
The extra baby.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Here, maybe if I do this, a little different.
Powerpuff, save the day.
I love the Powerpuff Girls, and I remember being very self-conscious about it for a while as a kid,
Oh no.
just because it was a
That's so
girl
real.
show.
Right.
But like when the pilot came out and it was like that meat thing, I was like, this is weird, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel a little cynical because I'm glad the live action like thing they were working on isn't getting made.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was something like that happening.
Yeah, there was
Yeah, I don't think so either.
there's some talks and stuff, and oof, I can't remember
Problems?
the details, but I remember it being not great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
how do I draw a denim jacket at this size, this tiny? I think the pocket is what really makes it.
Oh, I just realized I'm still on the same layer.
Oh no.
And I don't want that.
Scary.
Whew. Glad it was just a start. Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
Here's a good question. Are you guys does everything on 1 or 2 layers, or do you have 70 layers for drawings?
70. And it's silly because all I do for rendering is like add another mask, add another mask, add another mask. Like,
So many of my
Mhm.
layers are just flipping masks on
Yep.
each other.
Yeah, lots of layers, lots of masks. However, sometimes if I want to like paint, like digitally paint, I can't digitally paint in layers too much because I'll like try. I'll be like, okay, well this is the base, and then this is this object, but then I'll just want to go over it because I start kind of like just really going how like I would actually paint something. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
if I do digital paintings, it might be like 2 layers. Also, hey, outsider radio, thanks for joining. And yeah, our bot that says we're live, like hella late.
Oh, good.
Not sure why we need a bot in our chat to say we're live, but you know, since it's there.
In
Yeah.
case someone's not paying attention.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
speaking of
hey,
not,
in case
oh,
I was gonna say, in case you weren't sure,
yeah.
you're in a live stream right now.
Speaking of not paying attention and late, I literally just, as I got rid of my selection here, realized there's a little exit button for a selection. Like, if you select something, you can exit that selection.
Whoa. I don't know if I knew that.
Like,
I
it's
don't
in the
think I did
bottom left
either.
corner. Well, see, I select things all the time in this because, like, you know, in other episodes I've had to move people's stuff and whatnot, but, you know, I just would always go to, like, edit, deselect, and here it is, just the whole time.
It was there the whole time. The whole time?
Right. Man. I wonder if I can flip mine and then we can just both, like, peer at Jelly, you know?
Hey, we're just gonna be looking at each other.
Yeah.
I love that idea, actually.
Let's see. I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip mine and see if it looks good. If I can figure out how to do that.
Nope. Nope.
Because there's a button to flip, but that's, like, just for us, which I do love. I love that in Magma we can fuck around with the canvas and, like, tilt it and zoom and flip it, and it doesn't mess with anyone.
Yeah, that is nice.
Oh, and they added filters. We can glossy and blur.
That's
Hell
neat.
Yeah.
Time to abuse that.
Whoa. Hold on. What? They added curves? Like, you can adjust your
Curvy
RGB
Magma?
curves?
Oh, that's neat.
See, Jill, you're not the only one with curves on Magma now.
Competition.
Okay, invert selection. Cry. Nope, that's what that would do. I don't think there's a way to just, like, actually transform flip. Oh, you know what? No, I'm right. I shouldn't have doubted myself. Yeah, I'm
gonna do this a little different, actually.
Seeing anything.
Kind of want to like these.
Oh, and you can customize your toolbar. Either I just really didn't look through stuff when we were using this, or they have added a lot of new things. And we'll never know. So we can only assume the best of me.
Yes. We must, in fact.
I feel like this is going to set a good pacing for the show of me still sketching, Jelly kind of starting her line work, and Arty already lined, ready to color.
Hell yeah.
You know,
to be fair, I am very, like, accustomed to drawing Arty 4 million times.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've drawn myself really in, like 2-3 years, because I just update that little icon. So
yeah,
I haven't really drawn something new of it in a while, though I love the iterations you do. Actually, you drew yourself as a, well, I thought it was you as like a bunny girl last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I draw Malt, my little fursona. Not quite a furry, but I've got Malt, but still a little different, you know. She's got kind of unique things that don't necessarily reflect me. So
right.
I feel like it's a little easier because I'm not, like, trying to represent myself.
Just a version.
Yeah. Still kind of fussing about wanting to see what details I actually want here. Also, in real life, I just, like, had to take off all my pins. I need to put them back on, and it's like a existential thing. I'm like, oh no, how do I do this? How do I rebuild myself? what pins go
For
where.
real.
You just kind of have to find the right configuration, and it's going to unlock the new year for you.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't like the way that looks either.
So, I had an idea for our overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had an idea a while back where it was like the gray borders, which we had, but then we never drew on them like we thought. And the problem is, it's because Jelly and I were like, oh, we'll do it at some point off the show, like do some doodles, and we never did.
Yeah.
And then last night, Jelly pitched the idea of like, oh, well, what if they were some shapes, like random shapes, kind of like the silhouette challenges we did. So at like the end of the show or something, we can like fill them in to fill time. I was like, okay, I like that. And then in another show I do here on Stab, at the end of the show, we like pick a Digimon and Pokemon and they put stickers on them. So it's always changing. And also, one of the oldest Sketchy Friends ads is like our little logo with the faces, different faces drawn on it, swaps. So I combined all these ideas. I want to know what y'all think. But what if our overlay is a few like silhouettes of like sketchy looking figures, like the logo and some other kind of like nefarious looking blobs, and as like warm up, or while another person's drawing or whatever, we can sketch faces on there. And as we do, we'll like compile them and it will animate those faces onto the other one. So it'll like cycle through, so it keeps building, keeps adding more faces.
Right.
Yeah.
And can be like a little different each time.
Mm-hmm.
That seems kind of
Pretty
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, we'll block out some framing for that when we get these done a little bit more.
Sweet.
I keep looking at it, I'm like, it doesn't feel done, but I think I just gotta go. I think I gotta start
Just
inking.
gotta be done.
Yeah, and catch up,
Oh, don't worry about catching up. This is gonna take me a while yet.
I think I'm confident that I will be the fastest to color, because I should just be able to use Fill Bucket with the way I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could use the fill tool.
Yeah.
The way I do line art does not allow it.
Well, some people say I'm a little annoying with this, but have you tried Clip Studio Paint? Because there are tools that will help with that. Like, even if you didn't close your gaps, you can still, use the fill bucket and it won't, just fill the entire canvas.
You have to consider that I have a little rat brain that cannot comprehend Clip Studio Paint because I tried.
It is a lot, because like it doesn't look like an app. It looks like a full program, and then it's just on your iPad, and you're like, so many tiny little like glyphs. But
what do I even do?
it's so worth it to get into Clip. The tools on there are just so good, and I'm a diehard advocate, especially because I've been animating it on it now, and because I went to school for animation, I've used quite several different ways of putting that sentence together. That was bad. I've used a few different programs like Toon Boom and Adobe Animate. I've used Open Tunes, which is what they use at like Studio Ghibli and Futurama, but they really fine-tuned that program to their own studio, so it's not like I was using directly what they were using.
Yeah.
And I've hand animated, and I've used Oh, there's some like little cheap one that was on phones way back when. Flip note or something like that. I I did several homework assignments on my Samsung Galaxy or Samsung Note 2 or whatever.
Oh
My
yeah.
my
That's
teacher
so
was
awesome.
like, "You're going to hurt yourself doing that."
That
Um,
unlocks a memory of drawing prompts from Tumblr just using my phone. I remember I was following some art prompt page, and one of them was like draw an animal with an instrument, and a I drew a walrus playing a harp,
oh,
and
Hell
it
yeah.
was so fun. It's so cute, and I was like, yeah, that was so fun to draw on
yeah,
using you know,
the little
the
stylus.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely miss it. I had the Note uh 2, 3, and maybe 4. I don't know, but having a little stylus for your phone just like makes you want to doodle so much.
Yeah.
Y'all got to use a stylus. I'd use my
Yeah.
fingers.
Well, you don't you have a phone with a stylus now?
I do now, but I'm like, I have a tablet
Yeah,
with
but
Procreate on it.
you do all the like little doodles on Instagram,
I do.
and
I love doodling in my Insta story.
they're so charming to see those like
That's so
little
fun.
doodles.
Yeah. Oopsie. Wrong layer.
I gotta draw my little animal everywhere. I'm like, I don't have a reaction image for this. I'm gonna
Just
draw
a
my little guy.
just a creature.
Yeah,
I
you know
have
you
this
have the
little critter everywhere I go.
you have the power of reaction on demand.
Yeah,
Good.
everyone has to know how I'm feeling about this post of a dog.
You did like this little dog icon the other day. That was like
Mm.
it kind of gave me like Southwest like glyph kind of vibe, and it is my like one of my favorite dogs I've ever seen.
I think I know which one you're talking about, and it was like the most shaped dog I've ever done. He was like,
Yes, this is him.
he was something like that,
I
but
do
he
have it
had
screenshotted.
extra charm.
Oh my god,
I
that's
was
really cute actually.
I was like, this is too good to go down in the ether. So I stole it.
I screenshot some of my little guys, and I'm like, I can use this in the future.
Yeah,
You will see this little guy again.
I mean they're pretty good for like emotes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And oh, Instagram has this new feature where you can like make your own stickers. Like you can always just upload a PNG onto your story like as an additional sticker. I do that all the time for like stab promos, but now you can, similar to Snapchat, like add something and cut it out and save it. And I love this feature, but it's so hidden. Like it sometimes shows up when you're making a story, but you can't use it in like chat and other things like you can with any other type of like sticker they have. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe I'm just crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't tested
I
it
mean that
out
could also
yet,
be.
but yeah.
I
I
I've
am not on Insta enough.
yeah. I've uploaded all of my various faces. You know, the
I
classic
will.
crying and fedora tipping milks.
We love a good fedora tip. Or I do. I know that it's cringe, but if I had to keep one cringe thing about myself alive, it would be that.
Arty, Are you over here already drawing your like open mouth, your double status?
Maybe.
Oh man.
I love inking. It's my favorite part. It says like no other artist ever.
I no, I'm with you there. Like I I definitely used to be like that. Like, oh, I hate inking. It's never going to show up like the drawing. But nowadays I really have fun inking, and I try to like play around with different inking styles and brushes and like really get familiar with them, like what they're doing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Honestly, it's all about like finding the right brush and how you go about it. Like as soon as I stopped trying to make the most perfect clean lines, I really started to have fun with it.
yeah. And I'll still use like try to go for perfect clean lines for some things, but I do emotes for Angry Pasta, who's another streamer here on Twitch, and I've started doing all of her art with just this real scrungly brush. It's like a square that's a little rotated, and the pressure sensitivity is so wacky on it that it'll just like put fat globs of ink in the middle of your line, and
Oh man.
I love it. It's so freeing, and it just like, I'll do the basic sketch and get my shape and form, but it's when I'm actually like inking is when it starts like really coming together, and it's so nice to see it build up instead of just dreading the ink process.
Yeah. I like to use Inktober to really mess around and explore all the bajillion brushes that I have and like never use because, well, I have all my favorites saved. So why explore? And it's like, well, you get to find really cool brushes if you use some of them.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to like, you'll get comfortable with some, and then it's like, well, I need to explore, but what if I just want to draw something I know will be good?
Hmm.
Yeah, like my comfort zone. It's comfortable.
Okay. I didn't fully think about where this hair is going. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. What do I have to do? Gosh. Color theory. Don't fail me now.
I've given up.
Actually, you know what? I should probably, if I'm gonna outline everything in black, why don't I just outline everything in black?
Yeah. Do
I
that.
so rarely do that anymore with my little character because I think it looks so neat with like, you know, other colors happening,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a little bit of a darker shade. Okay, I can do this.
Don't forget you're going to be doing the two different mouths. So,
That's gonna be over top of everything.
okay.
Yes.
Eh. It's so hard to like navigate through layers on this.
Yeah. I feel like I want this to be upside down. Possible to turn it? Yes. That's what I want. Perfect.
Oh. Can I not fill bucket? Oh, nice. Cool. So Magma has a thing where you can say the next layer above is the reference layer.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's all I really need. I don't need to assign layers so much.
Keefs.
And Digit showed up. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, hi.
Center tooth.
This is the new time and day for Sketchy Friends that used to be on Mondays, and we're in the spirit of new year and new host and new time and day. We're we're redoing everything. Although, it's oh,
Sorry.
Pink flashbang.
Pew! Flashbang.
oh man, I didn't think of how I want my glasses to be. My fill bucket is... Oh,
Same deal.
Cyan flashbang.
yeah. Well, I clicked the fill rest button, which, like, fill bucket's everything but this, so...
Oh.
Oh, you lost your wallet. That...
Oh no.
well,
That is
hopefully
not good.
someone turns it in or back. I know you can just, like, stick a wallet in a mailbox and it'll try to migrate back to you, but not fun.
Hope you get it back soon.
Yeah. But
Yeah, best of luck, but I can't imagine.
But you mentioned you're an artist, which, I mean, artists never need their wallet, right?
There's no money in it.
Yeah.
It's empty.
That's the way. But have you, I asked this earlier, but have you drawn yourself at all this year, since we're only 10 days into the new year? And while chat answers that, to my co-hosts here, what are we thinking about layout for these little dudes? Because I'm thinking maybe just like us smaller and in this orientation, or
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I could be on the bottom left corner and could do 2 on the bottom right, something like that.
yeah, if we ever get any more in the crew, just
Yeah.
pile them in the corners.
Yes. We can have little cuddle piles in the corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big eyes.
Oh, this is always
Mostly big eye sockets.
the hardest part for me is always picking the color for my hat.
Making sure it's the right red.
Yeah, well, I try to go with like a salmon almost, because like I love my red hat, but I don't like that's like just bright red.
Yeah.
And so I like to kind of tweak it a little in the, the ideal self, but I don't want to make it pink because it's not pink. Well, little secret, I have a few copies of this hat. Like the red hat's just the original from a special like brand that is no longer with us on this earth, but
Right.
I've bought some knockoffs from various places in like different colors and whatnot. And so I have a pink one. It's so tiny. I have a small head and it's still so tiny.
Yikes. Get a smaller head.
I know. I need to go through a head shrinking. I just need to get less brain is what it is.
Yeah. We could all use
Be
a little
dumber.
less brain.
Fashionable.
You don't need to be smart. You just need to be happy.
Yeah, just huck
Yeah.
it.
Oh no. Almost deleted a layer. That would have been bad.
Oh,
There.
yeah. Don't do that. Oh, Digit's already done lots of self-portraits.
Neat.
Well,
On
if you're
top of things.
in the Stab Discord, you should be sharing your art in that Sketchy Friends. It's not just for us hosts to post our art, and we want to see more. Or there's also the other projects channel. I know Sketchy posts a lot of his stuff in there, his comics, which you should all also check out on IG Instagram. I should say real words and not abbreviations.
I feel like I accidentally drew somewhere else on the canvas, but oh well.
Oh, that's something I was thinking is, so we've got this idea for the overlay, this frame, okay? So essentially what we'll need to do is like draw some figures that have like a good clear defined head area, which is where the faces will be doodled. But do we want our socials or anything? Because we have the little stab tag, which is currently our jelly sensor bar. Although you have your arms there now, so
Yeah, so that'll be fine. That way, when it whenever it flashes away for a little while, we're still mostly
protected.
censored.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, so it doesn't ever go away. It's just like each thing on there, like the Venmo, PayPal, and then subscribe, just like slides. And in between each slide, there's like a crack, you know?
Okay. So it's never fully.
Yeah, it's never fully gone.
Okay.
But
okay.
I am thinking of changing it so we have like a little window box that switches images. And that way our like socials and that kind of promo stuff can be in there instead of just like always on screen. How do y'all feel about that?
That'd be neat. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Good to me.
Cool. I did that on another platform for streams, and I really liked it. It felt like a thing. It's been a long day. It felt like
You're doing great.
like just a real billboard, I guess, even though those don't typically like move.
Doing the.
Oh, Digit's having issues getting on the Discord. Are you not able to get in the server? Or is it just on Discord in general? Discord can be a huge pain in the ass sometimes.
True.
Yeah, that's where I spend most of my waking life. Oh, man. Y'all, I'm going to attempt the impossible here.
You got it.
I'm going to shade.
Oh.
Whoa.
How's that? There we go. That's an okay shade. So back when I used to paint, you know, I learned color theory and like the way to make better like shadows, you know. They're like, oh well, what you should do is, you know, think of it as like actual colors and light. Like if you're seeing green in the shadow, that means you're seeing in reality less green light. And the way to make your paint reflect that is by adding red, so it has less green, like dominant pigments. And I was like, oh, okay. And digital art, I tried doing that at first, and then it's like, F that, I'm just going to use black and do a multiply layer. Like it's too much. Sometimes I'll go all out, but you know, any of y'all have like caved to where you're like, well, no, I'm gonna be different and do it this way, and then you're just like, actually, there's a reason everyone has done it that way.
Gosh, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Well, y'all just stuck to your principles. I see. I'm the only morally weak one, I guess.
Well, I feel like part of it is because I didn't go to, like, we didn't go to, well, I don't know, Arty, if you went to art school, but I know I sure didn't. So
Nope.
I learned things wrong, and I still probably do them wrong, but, you know,
No.
at least I've learned a little more lately.
The thing is like, I didn't learn that at art school. That was just at a community college.
Okay.
Art school, Man, don't go to art school.
Don't go
I've
to school.
heard.
Stay home.
Yeah, stay
Stay
home.
home.
Don't ever leave.
Don't leave your house.
It's
In
scary
fact.
out there.
Grass will hurt you.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Why touch grass when you can be on the internet?
Yeah, there's grass there.
Yeah, there's grass emotes.
And it's way greener than the real grass outside.
Exactly. Yeah, it's full
Yeah.
RGB.
It
Yeah.
can be as green as you like.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
Everyone drop your grass emotes. We'll touch those.
Can we get some grass in chat?
Yeah. Oh. Uh
Now, what?
apparently our Groucho bot doesn't want to provide the Discord link either.
Oh.
People.
Digit, at some point I'll get you in there. We'll hack the system. We'll figure it out.
Sneak them in.
Right now, I'm on a crunch. Gotta get this little dude ready.
No. Pish-tosh. Oh. No.
Oh man, I always just fake it with shading.
Hell yeah,
I
the
don't-
true way.
Yeah, I don't wanna be real about it. I don't wanna think about light sources.
Nah.
I think my brain turns off when I draw, and it just like it takes in all the art I've ever looked at, and then it tells my hands do this and do that, and I go, why are we doing it this way? And it's like, we're not going to tell you, but you should trust us, and it'll look good. And then it does, and I'm like, whoa, how'd I do that?
Just trust the hands.
Quite literally trust the process, and I'm like, okay, you have the wheel.
Just let them paws take over.
It's too big. There. One little titty drip. Respect the drip, Karen.
Gotta love the drip. I have to zoom out and see this drip. Oh, those are some good drips.
Yes. Thank you.
Can I move the stab sticker just a little bit? Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Get some drip visibility without exposing you. I think we can show you off. There we go. I'll just move that back in the corner.
Perfect. I think I want to change some things about the shape of her, but we're gonna fill in these drips first.
Yeah, we probably won't get these fully done here, but figured if we draw them in magma, they'll more closely represent the actual art we do on stream.
Exactly. I think that's good. What I want to do is... Nope, that's real big. Nope. Nope. Maybe so, actually. Maybe we'll do it like this. What I'm not liking is this shape that I've got. Yep, that's it. That fixed it. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm really excited after the stream to have to go through and navigate all this without folders to export all of our different little parts.
Yep.
Yikes.
And figure out how it all works too.
Yeah. So since we're all folder bitches here, how organized are y'all when you draw something?
A fair amount. I stopped naming layers though, unless I absolutely have to, because it got annoying.
Okay.
But I keep folders. Sometimes I name the folders.
I also keep folders, and I'll only name layers if there's like just a ton.
Fair.
And usually I do it for other people's benefit. Like if someone else is gonna see them, I will also name them then.
Yeah, you've handed things over to me, and it's been very clean.
Thank you. Yeah, I just like I usually the stuff that I do for myself is not so clean. Um, or if no one's gonna see the layers, but if someone's gonna see them, then I really do try to, give it a little bit of effort in that realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I in Adobe Illustrator, which isn't about illustrating, um, I'm like really messy and I have to go through and clean it. But in drawing, I use folders, subfolders. I name everything, and I even will like color coordinate folders because in Clip you can add colors
Ooh,
to layers and folders.
I do that, yeah.
So like when I'm making a PNG tuber that has like emotional states and stuff, I will like highlight what like different things type of things are in color so it's really easy to navigate. But those will be like over 100 layers, so that's kind of needed. In my regular drawings I don't always color coordinate, but I do name things, which is a little annoying on the iPad because I don't have a keyboard, so I have to like try to use my pen to like write it in, and
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know if y'all do that, but it's not fun.
Yeah,
It's really
I
not.
have the same issue of like having to you kind of have to figure out how to make that stuff work. Oopsie.
Yeah, I use acronyms or initialisms, I guess, a lot, like REB for regular exclusive blend, which is something I've been drawing a bit of promo stuff for, and the like writing letters to type doesn't ever want to do capitals like that, like in a row. So it'll just like,
Yeah.
Do capitals like a regular word. And it shouldn't matter because usually I'm the only one who's seeing that. But it bothers me so much. And I
Yeah.
can't go on. I have to like whip out the like fake keyboard, the screen keyboard, and like fix it.
You're so real for that. Like, if I am gonna be organized, I do have to be super picky about it.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm already putting the effort in, it has to be right,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Like, if I'm naming a folder and, like, if it's, like, 2 words, like, flat color, if only flat gets a capital F and color does not, I will have to, like, go back and I have to, like,
Oh, yes.
sometimes retype the whole word because I can't select just the C in color.
Yeah. I've definitely have like gone through stuff and see that the capitalization doesn't match on things. I'm like, well, gotta go fix it and do it all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets it. The iPads just they're mean. I'm so used to Android. It's so user friendly, but like Apple makes such a good drawing like hardware. Like I like the iPad more than the Wacom I was using. But the operating system, oof, just a mess.
Yeah. I'm like, buying an iPad for me was just cheaper than getting like a screen tablet and a computer that can like a desktop computer that's not my shitty little laptop. And I'm like, well, surely Apple won't treat me poorly as someone who's only used Android phone.
Oh no.
Good lord, I cannot find anything in the settings ever.
Yeah. I got my Wacom in 2014, I think. And like back then Apple was already doing like the drawing stuff, but it's kind of like only on their higher models, and I didn't really like it, and I just wasn't willing to go to Apple for it. But
Yeah.
a couple, I don't know, 4 years ago, I went with the iPad and I was just like, oh, this is so much better. And yeah, you don't have to worry about your computer hardware and stuff on it for most of the time.
Yeah.
Although I guess I've been told that like with Procreate, depending on your iPad model, it will like limit like layer control and stuff, like how many layers you can have.
Depending on how big the canvas is, depends on how many layers I can have. Which, like, I do not like being limited on layers, as we have come to find I hoard layers.
Yeah.
There was one design I was working on, and I was doing like an extra wide spread for it, and I could only have like 26 layers, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? I can't function with this.
So
you mean I have to start merging them?
Oh, that's always painful to like merge layers. You're like, but what if I need it?
What if I make a mistake
later? Because I'm gonna need it later.
Yeah.
Only at like the end of drawings will I like start merging layers together, because I'm like, okay, I don't need 103 layers. I can settle for 70.
No, you need them all. Yeah, so Clip won't like put that restriction on you, but it will give you warnings if something starts becoming too much. Which I've only had happen like during animation. So like I'll try to do like multiple scenes or whatever in the one like folder, and it's like, hey buddy, this isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's a little hard to breathe.
Yeah, we're struggling here a bit.
Gosh, do this on 2 separate layers.
I'm like, to be fair, with Procreate, sometimes I will get close to like the layer limit, and it will start to chug a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I understand why you're limiting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point you kind of get it, but I have just a regular iPad, not an iPad Pro, and I struggle with that all the time. Like, it's just telling me, no, not enough. Nope, you don't have enough. I'm like, can you please just let me make this a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I'm rocking the 2000 and something, or the Air 6 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like when they relaunched the iPad Air, because I guess they like didn't do them for a few years, and they're like, we're going to bring it back, and I was like, oh, that one has a small bevel, so I went with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did research first, but like, I can't stand the button and big bevel, the big white bevel on iPads.
You're valid. It's not the cutest sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a bevel snob. When like smartphones first started coming out, someone offered me one. And this was more like the PDA kind of thing, but my friend offered me one of his. I was looking at it, and the bevel on one side of the screen was a little bit larger than the other side. I was like, there's no way I can use this in my life.
No. This is not useful to me.
So,
bad beveling.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So are you on like a small phone and you're like scrolling around the phone to work on a drawing, or do you mean like, it's just scrolling like doom scrolling on your phone? Oh. What to call tweeting? They say it's posting. They got rid of all the unique brand identity to tell you that you're posting.
You
on X.
repost, and I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not
Yeah.
reposting.
I refuse to use any of the new Twitter language because part of
I
me
called
still
it
hopes.
that
It's
it'll go
Twitter.
back.
Yeah, you know.
I called it X once, and I was like, that's not right. That was stupid.
No.
Why would I say that?
I do not respect the new owner enough to call it that.
Well,
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. Therefore, it will stay Twitter to me.
Yeah, be like even slightly a likable person, and I'll call your app whatever you want me to. give me money, and I'll call it whatever you want me to.
yeah, if we got paid, I would call it X.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I got paid to call it that, then yeah, of course I would. Not
Sponsored by Elon Musk, but I'm posting on X, and everyone should stop calling it Twitter.
I mean, maybe I would call it Twitter if they or X if they had their brand book together. So like, every major like social media and like corporation has a brand kit you can go get. And I went to go do that when they switched over to X, and it's just like the logo, and that was it.
Wow.
And
So high effort.
several parts were like, oh, if you are using this, you're agreeing to the terms of like the logo. And I was like, I can't find this. So I go look through all their brand stuff and it's not available, but it references how you agree to it. And so I emailed them. I was like, hey, where is this thing you say I agree to? And they never got back to me. And I checked every part of their like backend webpage, or not backend, but like their like not the main social media platform, but all the excess stuff. I checked everyone that had like any X branding on it, because lots of them still are like Twitter branding, and it just doesn't publicly exist. And I was like, neat.
Well, okay.
So
A good app. Everyone should be using this app.
Yeah, can't wait to do all my finances on there.
Does that work? Yeah, it works for me.
Can I sneak a fang onto my little self?
Please do.
Me. Me for my little open mouth when I'm like, I gotta put a little teeth in there.
Yeah. Just to show we can bite if you're bad.
I thought about it. I thought about adding some teeth. But the way I've drawn it is not conducive to teeth.
Digit saying they only draw the old-fashioned way, pretty much. And yeah, it's better. I love some of the tools on digital drawing, but like sometimes I'm like, man, imagine if we weren't like trained to have to do it all digitally, and I could just draw on paper and share that, print that out, make copies,
Print it out, put it on a real life billboard somewhere.
Yeah, I will say, animating like on paper is so much better for the most part. But like, you have to have a gigantic like light box or the right type of paper, and I'm like in a time crunch animating something on somebody's couch like an hour before the deadline, so not for me. I'm glad I saw Arty draw the mouth states earlier, because I can copy that smart technique of just an onion layer of like just invisibling mostly your other mouth.
Yeah, I'm like, I know nothing about animating, but I do know how to make two slightly different edits. And if that's not the same thing,
then I don't know what is.
then I'm not an animator, says guy who does not animate.
recently. I took a drawing and just drew it twice like that. Like I just no changes, just the outline twice. And I was like, that's animated.
Yeah,
Yep.
It wiggles.
for real. I'll still get so excited over that though. I'll be like, "Oh my god, it's moving!"
Yeah.
Isn't the world full of magic?
It's not a JPEG. And I didn't think my closed mouth would be the one I have a harder time with. There we go. I'm done. I've done it.
Whoa.
We're in our last few minutes, though. How's everyone feeling about their little dudes?
Okay,
I
so
do
far.
like my goober. Yeah.
I think she needs shine. Maybe a little more depth, but we'll see.
Yeah.
How can I make you 3D?
Just fully
Exactly.
3D model it, you know?
Literally.
But in
We
magma.
come back for the next show,
Yeah.
and like my thing's fully rendered. It's like a real life animal, and I'm like, well, guys, I tweaked it a little bit.
You're just using a nature cam.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
A nature cam.
I added a little bit of lighting, and it's like a real life footage.
Just some spice. Love that.
All right.
Whatever that's from.
So, also, while we're gearing up the end here, Sketchy Friends on new date and time will return. I think we talked about this beforehand, and I'm not just throwing something at y'all. January, Thursday, the 25th at 7 p.m. Pacific. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll write it so it's concrete for all you viewers at home. I'll have to look at I almost said map, a calendar, just to make sure.
Let me mark it on me map.
I mean, calendars are just time maps.
Whoa.
Did
I
that
need
blow
my
your mind
viewers with
there?
Something to go home to. Think about this when you're in the shower.
There we go.
Go.
And who knows? Well, we might look completely different by then.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You know.
But
Oops, to do.
I'm excited for the new year with my little sketchy friends here and causing chaos and all sorts of little horrific doodles.
Yes. Horrific doodles is my. Yeah, that's how I live. That's how I love to draw.
You know, if you don't take the time to draw something that at least horrifies one person, are you really an artist?
Ooh.
You know? More philosophical questions for the ages.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're good to leave on that philosophy. Do any of you want to say any parting words? Drop socials or anything like that?
Not at the moment. No. Good to see y'all. Again, it's been
Yes.
a long time. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Wish
And
had
it's
a
great to be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Arty, thanks
super
for
happy to
joining
have
the
you,
team.
Arty. So exciting. It's like a real live artist.
My dog signing us off.
Oh, baby.
All right. Well, then, with that, we'll see you next Thursday, and in unison, sketch you later.
Catch you later.
Catch you later.
In unison.